Welcome to All Star Productions, the home of the fantasy combat sports at its absolute peak. Step into AURORA Championship, a universe where fighters aren't just athletes, they're legends in the making. Every punch tells a story, every rivalry shapes the future, and every event pushes the boundaries of what combat sports can be. From the bright lights of an MMA fight in WMMA 5 to the electric atmosphere of the ring of many others in TW9, AURORA Championship brings you a fully connected, ever-evolving fight ecosystem. And we're starting off here with AURORA 12 and 13 for the MMA side of things. And this episode we'll do AURORA 13 as well for the TW9 side of things. But first is AURORA 12. And what I believe will be a very solid main event here between two Italians. And yeah, we're doing this in our home country of Italy. This is the fourth AURORA show of 2026 with 6 main fights and no preliminaries at all. Now we'll go to our opener, which we'll see Malgorzata Slowiak versus Marie Loisel. This is the first time they have fought. Slowiak is making her debut for AURORA. 3 picks for her, 4 picks for Loisel. Aitana Alvarez and Aliona Rosolina. Rosolina is the 9th ranked woman in AURORA, and Alvarez is number 19. This is the first time they have fought. Rosolina is leaving after this fight, and Alvarez is making her AURORA debut. 1 pick for Alvarez and 6 picks for Rosolina. Joaquin Haddad versus Teddy Violet. This is the first time they have fought. Both fighters are making their AURORA debut tonight. 1 pick for Haddad and 6 picks for Violet. Hasni Mohammadi versus John Casnouil. This is the first time they have fought. Both fighters are making their AURORA debut. 5 picks for Mohammadi. 2 picks for Casnouil. And Blagoy Ivanov versus Vladislav Parubchenko. Parubchenko trains at Kardusan Silny. Ivanov has an overall record of 1 loss against the other current members of that team. Ivanov is the 4th ranked man in AURORA. Parubchenko is ranked number 16. Ivanov hasn't won since May 2022. This is the first time they have fought. 4 picks for Ivanov, 3 picks for Parubchenko. And for our main event, Fabiola Pedroni versus Jasmine Favero. This is both fighters' first time headlining a big show. Pedroni is the 3rd ranked women in AURORA. Favero is ranked number 20. This is the first time they have fought. Pedroni will be leaving after this fight, and she's also the favorite. Josh Rosenthal is the referee for our opening contest. Here are the judges. And the fight begins with a touch of gloves. Marie takes the win by unanimous decision. Fight was rated as good. Marie retires after winning. Alvarez taking on Rosolina. Jason Herzog is the referee. Here are the judges. And the fight begins. What I believe is a touch of gloves. Aliona Rosahaina takes the win after now leaving, probably retiring. The fight was rated as decent by submission armbar in 1 minute and 15 of round 3. No, she did not retire. Yakain Haddad taking on Teddy Violet. Mark Goddard is the referee. Here are the judges. And the fight begins as they do touch gloves. Teddy Violet takes the win by TKO strikes in 154. The fight was rated as good. Haddad is retired. Hosni Mohammadi competes against John Casanuel. Josh Rosenthal is our referee. Here are the judges. And the fight begins in what I believe is a touch of gloves. John takes the win in submission triangle in 3:33 of round 3. The fight was rated as decent. John is retired. What is with everybody retiring? All these fighters are retiring. It's probably because I'm signing them at such old ages. Blagoy Ivanov faces Vladislav Parubchenko in the co-main event. Josh Rosenthal is our referee. Here are the judges. And the fight begins with a touch of gloves. The co-main event sees Ivanov take the win in submission, rear naked choke. In 4:57 of round 1, the fight was rated as decent. Oh, whoops. There we go. And Ivanov takes the win. Decides to retire. Here's our main event. Pedroni going up against Favero. Mark Goddard is our referee. Here are the judges. And they're both from Italy, so that makes sense. The fight begins, though, with Pedroni taking the win by submission, north-south choke in 2:52. The fight was rated as fantastic, so you know what that means. Our main event was fantastic, and if for those who don't know, anytime there's a fantastic fight, there's a performance award I give out to both fighters. So I put us at 73 in the critical rating and a 49 in the commercial rating, which is really good. And popularity increases everywhere. There we go. We still increased. We still got a huge profit in money, 284,000, a little over. So, yeah, very solid stuff. So many people retiring and leaving. Available for hire. Let's go max age at 28. Minimum name value, mid-level regional in Europe. Looks like we've got a couple of fighters we could sign. No female fighters though. What if I changed that? Let's see. What next then? Isabella. What if I did unemployed? Any team none. No options. Any? It would be nice if I could sign some fighters that are not based in Europe and that aren't, super old. That's a bunch of options. Based in Europe. That might bring it down a little bit. Seems to be that it did bring things down a little bit. Let's see who we can get that's under 25. 25 or under, I mean. And I'm looking for unemployed. Perfect. Oh, here's some more women's fighters. Perfect. Mid-level regional. Let's see. Does anybody pop up? Nope. Best option is a low-level regional at Sam's. Let's see. Oh, you're kidding me. You telling me I did all that for nothing? Don't tell me I did all that for nothing. God damn it, I did all that for nothing. That's annoying. Unemployed. Max age 25. Let's go a little bit lower than that. We'll go 22. Main value in Europe. Mid-level regional. Oh wait, low-level regional, my bad. Base in Europe. Close. Let's bring it down a little bit. Bring it up a little bit. I mean, 24. Bring it up. That brought it up a little bit too much. Let's see. Can we get any Italians? Decent amount of Italians. Let's bring those people. Game's been saved. We'll go back to any max mage 20. We'll go 23. That's where I think we'll go there. So yeah, partial delegation. Partial delegation. Make offer. I hate that I have to keep doing this. Hopefully signing these younger talent will make things a little bit easier, and maybe we won't have so many people retiring. I'm being real careful now because of the game crashing earlier. This was around where the game crashed. So, here we go. I don't even know why the game crashed. There has to be some reason for the game crashing. We're getting a lot of women's fighters. Which, I mean, obviously that's great, but I'd like to get some men too. Delegate. Slovakian, Albanian, delegate, delegate. Alright, let's go to 25 for male fighters. At low level regional. Or higher. I think it's just low level regional though. We'll go 24 to 25 right here. Edward, partial delegation. This is where the game crashed. File not found. Kristen Wisniewski? Let me look into this. Okay, I'm gonna try this again because I went into the folder and I noticed that it was spelt weird, like in a way that the text over here wasn't really showing. So I just went to look and see if that's gonna do it. Hopefully that ends up being the case. I hope. Guess we'll find out. Alright, let's try this. Christian Wisniewski. Here we go. Let's see. Apparently something was... Something. That one has a missing file, apparently. So it's not perfect, but it'll work for now. So we got it fixed though. We got Christian Wisniewski now. And then you just... Okay. It did save some people, at least. So that's what matters. I don't really care enough. I'm glad I got the Wisniewski stuff figured out, at least. Because then my game will stop crashing, for whatever reason. Another one? Clearly there's something going on here because a lot of the file names are messed up. I think I see what's going on, but yeah, here's Milo's Melchert. But that should help out a good amount. That's a decent amount of fighters that we can sign now, hopefully. But I really that really annoys the shit out of me that it's doing that. I probably will add in Aurora 16 as well. Aurora 15 right here, and then we'll do July, Monday, week 1st, July, Aurora 16 in Italy. Autofill. Broadcast team, perfect. Advanced regional. Then July once again, week 3, Wednesday for Aurora 17, autofill, Italy, advanced regional, and then we'll go September, week 1st September, Aurora 18. In Southeast Europe, medium regional's fine, I guess. Aurora 19. Aurora 19, Eastern Europe, yes, advanced regional, then the last show we'll do December, Thursday, week 4, for Aurora 20 in Italy, advanced regional, perfect. 2027 is there. Week 2, January. There. I'll have to do a lot of quick camps, but hopefully that doesn't have to be the case. Available, no, preparation time, full camp only. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't think anybody would pop up, but it was worth a shot. I'm gonna try to get some ranked fighters on here, on this card. I'm trying to get them by ranking. Popularity. Angie. There we go. We're gonna be spending a lot of money for this show, but it's all good. How's... I'll have to check to see how the other dude's doing too at some point. Women. Yeah. And for the men, hopefully we can get a hometown fighter, yes. Perfect. Alright. And we... This is always how it ends up being too, is where I'm like trying to be like, okay, let's hurry up, but then it's like, oh, what I need to do the matchmaking. This always ends up happening. Alexander Topuria still unable to compete as of this moment. We'll have these two fight each other. And I genuinely don't even care that... This would be a better fight. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Hometown fighter, any... We'll have that woman take a ranked fighter. Oh, this would be a decent fight. Yeah. That's AURORA 15, and then besides the championship fight, and then AURORA 16. Can we get like a strong, like, these two have fought before. Yeah, here we go. There we go. That's our main event. AURORA 17. This would be a solid main event too. AURORA 18. Main event there. AURORA 19. Damn, that'd be a solid main event. AURORA 21. Hometown fighter, yes. would be booking some solid ass main event fights. We've got until May to kind of decide there too, so the rest of the cards. So yeah, there's that too. Save. And we've got a bunch of other fighters we're trying to sign. So I'm genuinely not too worried about it. He's not assigned to a weight class. Oh, yeah, that's kind of a problem. Weight classes. Yeah, I don't know what I would do. What I'm gonna do with that. Sorry, Alexandru. Probably have to cut him. He's 51 anyway, so he'd probably end up wanting to retire soon anyway. It's too bad because he's ranked number 18 in the super heavyweights. Alrighty, let's save it. God, that was a nightmare. And financially, we're still losing a shit ton of money. It seems to be slowly getting better, though, as we're gaining popularity, which is good. And it's time now for Aurora 13, and I did not do the pre-bookings. That's okay, I'll do that. That's okay, I'll do that in just a moment. I'll do the bookings here in just a moment. Let's take a look, though. Let's see. Turkey. Use the selection. 128 creative energy. So we'll throw out character idea, a safe bet on anyone. Character idea, a big gamble. Big gamble. So, thank you. Karen Q and Alex Lee have been hanging out a lot. Character idea for Laura D. Mateo. Zero Hatu and MV Young have created a fun and enjoyable atmosphere. Okay. Let's medal. There. And we'll book the fights. Let's do a boxing match to kick off for our main event. Let's do it's been since December for Anthony Ogogo, so never mind. I'll wait. For the men's boxing title to be defended. Let's go Jay Leon versus Jeremy Wyatt. That's not going to be the main event, but it'll do. Muay Thai. What about, how's Janai Kai doing? Let's see. Last fight was in December. Sure, we'll do Hoshi and Matsumoto. That'll be a unanimous decision win. Catch wrestling. Dutch will take on sure, we'll do Masashi Takeda. Maybe this should be our main event, since Masashi Takeda does a pretty good job anyways, so. And Dutch is usually pretty solid himself, so yeah. We'll go submission, actually, we'll do kickboxing for the, wait. So we'll do kickboxing for the men's side of things too. Probably do a women's kickboxing fight match, whatever, too. Let's see. For the men's side. Koji Doi, Mad Dog Connolly. Actually, Arnado is what we'll do there. There we go. There's our kickboxing match. I'll make this a unanimous decision win. And then we'll do a women's kickboxing match. G. Adams. Let's see, who can we... I think Risa Sarah's still unavailable. I think Maria is also still unavailable. KZT, I guess. G. Adams and KCT. And then we'll do judo for the women's side. I'll go Heidi Howitzer versus Inaba. I get. You can do better than that. Let's see. See, this is where it gets tricky. Because, like, some of these fighters... Oh, I guess we'll just do Bozilla. Some of these fighters have, like, already fought for a while. I'll switch that up with this one. Not the best show ever, but it'll do. Laura. Creative idea. It's a safe bet. It was a success. Perfect. And we'll give this one to Jaka. And it was a success. Perfect. Probably should have looked over. There. Okay. This is gonna be a show. So yeah. The opener gets a 46. Actually, that's actually pretty good. Koji Doi defeated Armado Amil. I know I'm saying that wrong. In a kickboxing bout by unanimous decision. Gio Adams and KDT pulled off a decent performance, honestly, considering they're both rusty. KDT defeated G Adams in 13:09 when G Adams was knocked out. Without dragging the middle. They have pretty good chemistry, so that helps. Heidi Howitzer and Bozilla got a 46. Bozilla defeated Heidi Howitzer in a judo match by 850 by submission. Bozilla at a 49, Heidi at a 30, and Heidi was also rusty. A 46, though, was very solid. And a 56 here for Ibuki Hoshi and Hiroyo Matsumoto. The Muay Thai fight got a 56. Matsumoto took the win by unanimous decision. And Jay Leon took on Jeremy Wyatt. Jay Leon got the win in 11:56 when Jeremy Wyatt could not be a 10 count. It was a 44. Jeremy Wyatt was rusty. And a 52 here for our main event between Dutch and Masashi Takeda. Dutch defeated Takeda in a catch wrestling bout by 18:30 by submission. They don't click. That sucks. Takeda has a 50. Dutch with 44. For the 52, though, very solid show. The Matsumoto fight probably should have been the main event. I didn't realize it was going to do that well, though. So I'll just honestly put over Hiroyo Matsumoto and Ibuki Hoshi. Because they did so awesome. Praise for great performance. Praise for great performance. Praise for great performance. Matsumoto seemed pleased. Ibuki Hoshi seemed pleased. And we lost $3,162. Popularity was gained, but nothing visual happened. Okay, I'll take a look at the mail now. Holy moly, a lot of things happen here. Bambi Hall has relocated. JJ Garrett has relocated. Most of our fighters are relocating now, which I think is great. 658 viewers overall. Inaba has relocated. Now we won't really have to pay for travel, which is amazing. We love to see it. We won't have to worry about losing as much money during our shows. Tomohiro Ishii has moved to the southern Mediterranean, and he feels he's outgrown us when he's our catch wrestling champion. Damn it. Denzel Desjournette. We'll get him on the show eventually. Probably the next show, actually. I'll probably put him in a submission grappling match, because I know he used to do like amateur wrestling. So I think either catch wrestling or submission grappling would fit him well. Nixon Newell as well relocated. Bozilla has relocated. Oh great, MV Young's a comedy wrestler now. And that's not really our style. We'll see. Can you go back to being what were you, a technician? What about Impactful? Striker. Oh, he's a striker now. So we don't really need to worry about that then. Eric Hammer is relocated. It's like our entire roster is relocated, which is great. Stacy Smith, because once again, then we won't have to pay for our travel. We won't have to cover for their travel. Vanessa Craven is relocated. And she's declining physically. Allison Kay. Daisuke Nakamura. I thought he was declining physically, but I guess not. Dalton Castle. Dalton Castle is crazy cheap. He's also declining physically, but it's kind of criminal. Jaka is relocated. Shuri has relocated. Armando has relocated. Oh no, he recovered. He didn't relocate. Aurora has relocated. I'm low-key tempted to just find fighters that are named Aurora. Oh, Mercedes Martinez and Viperus are now engaged. Good for them. Would you be willing to be an impactful striker, brawler, a technician flyer, technician striker, MMA crossover? Nope. It's not something she's looking forward to doing. What about road agent, commentator, referee? Fuck. Because I wanted to bring in Viperus, but I guess not. Jane Nera has returned. Jack Stars has relocated. Shay McCoy. There's gonna be some big ass list when I'm checking down, and it's gonna be like, here's all these people that you're trying to resign. Akira Raijin. Arata is now skinny. Is now toned, I mean. Razor has relocated. It's 170 a fucking show anyway. Which, I mean, I'm paying some. I think I'm paying some fighters more than that. So, Boa is relocated. I think I have like one or two fighters that I'm paying like 500 a show. I know I'm paying my commentator, one of my commentators, 500 a show. Tamara Jean Yo-Yo is relocated. I already forgot the dude's name. The commentator I was talking about. I already forgot his name. Gavin's also relocated. Perfect. Koji Doi has relocated. And Ozaki has relocated. That's a decent amount of the roster that is relocated, which again is great. Ultra Mantis Black, that's the person. Aurora 14, Wednesday, week 4, April. March. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, everybody's available. That's great news. Wednesday, April 23rd. Is that a Wednesday? I don't think it really matters. What do you, I mean, I genuinely don't really think it matters. Quick accept all. Bunch of new signings. Some people leaving. Some people trying to take my fighters away. But it doesn't really matter. I genuinely don't really care. Because we've got a decent amount of fighters that are loyal to us, at least for the time being. When it comes to the MMA side of things, it'll be great once I can start, doing once I can start doing the exclusive contracts. But until then, we just have to be okay with the fact that things may not go my way. Oh, more trying to accept. And would you look at that? A bunch of new signings. How much you want to bet that my roster is full of, that has over 100 people in each division? Boom shakalaka. And they're on the younger side too, which is even better. Aurora 13. Oh, I have MV. I guess I tried to re-sign MV Young for one more appearance. 1 year, one appearance. Maybe I already knew he was trying to be a comedy wrestler. So what if I complete that, but I want to redo MV Young's contract? Can I do that? Since he's a striker, but he may end up changing to being a comedy guy too. I mean, again, if that ends up being the case, then I probably will just call it quits and just say, you know what? Screw you. We're gonna do this instead. Aaron Williams has relocated. More and more people are just deciding to relocate, and I think that's great. Jordan Blade has relocated. Southern Mediterranean. Mihara has relocated. Progress is probably gonna declare bankruptcy. Oh shit! I did not get to look to see what the last thing was. That sucks, but oh well. Now we just wait. I will be right back. Alright, we've got more people to resign. And Hagane is relocated. finished almost everybody now. We're just waiting for Hagane to resign. Unless somebody else ends up relocating too. Perfect. It seems. Yep. Masashi Takeda. And now in the tri-state. That's not what I wanted. McKenna has relocated to the southern Mediterranean. I got so excited with Masashi Takeda. Financially, we're still not doing great. Kurumi has relocated. Karen Q has relocated. And she's the women's submission grappling champion. Maria Powell has relocated. I thought she was already at the southern Mediterranean. I guess not. Karen Q. Cynthia Moreno has relocated. Never involved in ring work. Hikari Noah. Okubo. Alrighty. Now it's a time for Aurora 13. I'm gonna try to spend a shit ton of money because of some of the fighters having to go through quick camp and all that other bullshit. So yeah, here's Aurora 13, everyone. Last night was the official press conference and weigh-ins for Aurora 13, an event which was covered for Blur Cat by Sean Smith, with every fighter making weight. We're now just getting down the hours till the show begins. Join us on Blur Cat Radio tonight for the live play-by-play action. What do you think, you guys? Does that sound good? Or was that trash? Let me know in the comments down below. Aurora 13. Being held in Italy. This is the 5th Aurora show of 2026. We're due to have 6 main fights and no preliminaries at all. And here is our opener. Angeli Sabinal versus Nechakobian. This is the first time they have fought. Sabinal's making her Aurora debut. Kobian's making her pro debut. Sabinal has 1 pick, Kobian with 6. Adriana Fusini versus Julia Stoliarenko. Fusini is the 7th ranked in Aurora, and Stoliarenko is number 10th. Stoliarenko hasn't won since July 2023. This is the first time they have fought. Stoliarenko is making her Aurora debut, with 4 picks by Fusini and 3 picks for Stoliarenko. Michael Kita versus Pavlos Nitaltidis. Kita is the 16th ranked man in Aurora. Nitaltidis is ranked number 22. Kita hasn't won since February 2023. This is the first time they have fought. This is the Aurora debut of Kita. 6 picks for Kita, 1 pick for Nitaltidis. God, this is all such a hassle. Sagid Arslanalia versus Mohammed Bailat. This is the first time they fought. The Aurora debut of Bailat and Arslania. He is the favorite. Andrzej Kolosnik versus Abdelmumin Masate. This is the first time they fought. Masate is making his Aurora debut. 5 picks for Kolosnik, 2 picks for Masate. The main event sees Asli Gimk versus Alez Voinia. This is both fighters' first time headlining a big show. They're both making their Aurora debut tonight. 6 picks for Shimke and 1 pick for Voinier. Mark Goddard's the referee. Here are the judges. And the fight begins with a touch of gloves to start off the show. Kobian takes the win by TKO cut in 26 seconds of the second round. The opener was rated as good. Adriana Fusini versus Jolija Stoliarenko. Mark Goddard is the referee. Here are the judges. And Fusini is from Italy. And the fight begins with a touch of gloves. Fusini takes the win by unanimous decision too. The fight was rated as average. Seems Fusini would like to challenge by Michael Kita versus Pavlos Nitaltidis. Jason Herzog is our referee. Here are the judges. And the fight begins with what I assume is a touch of gloves. Kita takes the win in TKO strikes in 2:32 round 2. The fight was rated as decent. Kita has retired. And Hussein Arslanaliev takes on Mohammed Bayla. Mark Goddard is our referee. Here are the judges. And the fight begins with a touch of gloves. What ends up being a TKO win for Mohammed Bayla in strikes 207 of round 1. The fight was rated as great. Nice debut for Muhammad. And now we got our co-main event, Andrzej Kolesnik battles Abdelmumin Sateh. Mark Goddard is our referee. Here are the judges. And the fight begins in what I believe is a touch of gloves. Kolesnik takes the win by unanimous decision. And the fight was rated as great. And now we go to the main event of the evening. Jason Herzog is the referee. Here are the judges. And the fight begins with Voinia confidently coming in closer. When what I believe is a touch of gloves. Osley defeats Voinia in TKO strikes in 159 of round 3. The main event was rated as good. And we got 67 in the critical rating and a 44 in the commercial rating. So that puts this right below high-level regional. Very solid stuff. Popularity does increase. And ultimately, I think, ended up gaining money still. It says here that we gain more money, but I don't think the incentives count towards that. But ultimately, I think the incentives, we still ended up making money. But we'll have to look and see. Oh yeah, I need to extend my contract. I'll extend these two. I don't think I'm gonna continue on with Mav TV. But I don't necessarily think I would need to either. But anyway, that's AURORA Championship. And ultimately, Thanks for watching another chapter in the rise of AURORA Championship. If you're loving the journey and the fighters, the drama, the world building, if you would like, please hit that like button. And if you don't want to miss more content like this, consider subscribing and turning on the notifications so you won't miss the next time we do this here. All Star Productions here is building a combat sports universe, one fight at a time, and you can be part of it too. Drop your thoughts, predictions, and booking ideas in the comments below. I do read them all, and they help shape the future of this world. Until next time, stay sharp, stay hungry, and welcome to the AURORA era. Bye, everyone!